7:37 now. Our series on the film Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom just couldn't be complete, of course, without Indiana Jones himself. So our man in Hollywood, Jim Brown, tracked down actor Harrison Ford for us on location in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, where he's already into shooting his next film.
Rolling! Quiet, please.
Harrison Ford doesn't always act in movies with $30 million budgets and extensive special effects. Take the film Witness that he is now shooting in Pennsylvania. This scene requires him to do nothing more than knock on a door, say, "Hi, Kathy," and walk inside. That minimum amount of effort can result in some humor.
What's my motivation?
Ford's character as a police detective in Witness is a far cry from that character of Indiana Jones. Jones is swinging onto movie screens again this summer in the sequel to the film that introduced the character in Raiders of the Lost Ark, a movie that picked up $112 million in film rentals in the U.S. and Canada and won 5 Academy Awards. Jones' visit to the Temple of Doom will be going after even bigger box office when it explodes on 1,685 movie screens next week. For Harrison Ford, it is yet another acting role in a blockbuster movie that producer George Lucas and director Steven Spielberg move at breakneck speed with hardly a pause for character development.
You're quite right. There are very few sort of character scenes in the film. George Lucas has felt that that was established in the first, and really this is a all-out action adventure film. It's not a character drama.
This was a much darker film. Now you talked about the character going bad.
Yeah, that word I think describes it well. It is a darker film by comparison to the first. But to say without that comparison that it's a dark film, I think is not exactly right. I mean, when I think of dark films, I think of more sort of realistically dark films. This film deals with realistic emotions, but the context is not as realistic as some other kinds of films. The violence that there is in this film is pretty much the fairy tale kind of violence, and the kind that's appropriate, as in fairy tales. The evil has to be punished. It's a rule.
One of the differences in this new Indiana Jones film is his relationship with the female lead. In Raiders, Karen Allen played a spirited woman out of Jones' past, and it was obvious the past could easily be made the present. In the new film, Kate Capshaw, as a spoiled nightclub singer, meets Jones on the run from the bad guys. And their fast-moving relationship doesn't lend itself to too much subtlety.
And what sort of research would you do on me?
Nocturnal activities.
You mean like what sort of cream I put on my face at night? What position I like to sleep in?
Mating customs.
Love rituals?
Primitive sexual practices.
So you're an authority in that area?
Years of field work.
Director Steven Spielberg again brings his unique touch with children to this film, culminating in the rescue of hundreds of enslaved youth and giving Ford a 12-year-old co-star named Ke Huy Quan, a Vietnamese youngster who came to this country 6 years ago.
Ke knew me from Star Wars and from the first Raiders, and his attitude about me was based on that experience, and it was appropriate for the work that we were doing. So there wasn't very much to manage there. We had a natural sort of relationship.
And as you indicated, he was very natural. A first film, and he played it like an old veteran.
Yeah, it's disgusting, isn't it? It really It hurts an actor to see a kid walk on a set and be great without any training or experience. And it also reminds an actor where this stuff really comes from. Because kids don't bring in stuff from outside to use. It all comes from inside. It's fascinating to watch a kid work.
This is the most physical movie that Ford has performed in, and even preconditioning did not prevent his back going out during filming. The day after Ford shot this scene, he couldn't move and told Spielberg, "This is the end, pal."
I had a ruptured disc, and I had a new therapy, chymopapain therapy, which dissolves away part of the disc. And I was back at work 6 weeks after leaving. In fact, what they had saved for me was all of the physical bits. They had shot around me for 3 weeks. So when I came back, everything was on me. And it was a fairly tough time, but managed.
Lucas and Spielberg are already talking about a third Indiana Jones adventure, which will cause audiences and, hopefully, Harrison Ford to smile. For today, Jim Brown, NBC News, Hollywood.
Good film, Indiana Jones Temple of Doom. Tomorrow we will meet the man who writes the music that moves Indiana Jones along, John Williams. Up next, we'll continue our sleep series with a look at nightmares.